God damn.
My intro now. Hi, I am Spec, one of your co-hosts for tonight, and we will be having this wonderful, fun, fluffy FP. No, it's not gonna be fluffy. Let's be honest here. In all seriousness,
This is
please mind
marked
the
for high angst.
please mind the content warnings in this. However, I would like to first say I am joined tonight by the lovely, the wonderful, the talented, the one of my favorite players to ever exist, who brings me so much joy and happiness, who has amazing art, whose character is an absolute baby, and who has so much fun, is in everyone's plot, because both the player and the character are so much fun to be involved in, and everyone likes them, and they're very good, and they make me happy and smile, and they should have done the intro faster.
God damn you. Hi. I am Fletcher. I am beating Spec with the love stick because
I'm
you are
dodging.
also no, you are also extremely talented
I'm
and fun
sprinting.
and very
I'm pulling a
enjoyable
tome.
to be around
I'm
and
pulling
talk
a
to
tome.
both
I'm
in
running
and
before
out of
you can
game.
compliment me.
I hit you with my love shuriken.
You see me face plant on the ground.
uh, well, now that Spec's dead.
I was always dead, Fudge, don't you know?
Exactly. Now that Spec's dead, we can continue. uh,
Ooh,
but yeah,
this is going
so
great.
it's time for the it's time for these two idiots to talk, TM, because I am playing uh Camille, who is a horrible little baby detective who sure do have problems, but his problems aren't today's focus.
I mean, I feel like they kind of are to some extent.
In a roundabout way. It's fine.
And I am playing one private investigator Grim Tome. He has no problems. None at all.
He has all the problems. He has many
I want you to
problems.
know there's a mirror right in front of me. I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Good. Yeah. So why don't we have this discussion? I imagine Tome's probably staying at the hotel with Leo. Uh,
I'm gonna be honest,
prob
I thought Tome was in his own room based off the way we've been doing things.
well, in the same hotel,
As
not
Leo.
hotel room.
Okay. I was like, okay, I understand he has a father and chaperones do exist, but I feel
Yeah, I
Tome's
don't
the
think
designated
Tome is
chaperone.
paranoid. I don't think he's paranoid enough to
Ironically, I think it's the opposite. He's too paranoid because it's a mix. Listen, I can't emphasize how paranoid Thomas handed me this trip. It's a mix of one, he doesn't want Leo there because if something does go wrong somehow, Tome does not want to have to worry about trying to keep Leo safe. And two, Tome is going to be researching Azumi stuff in that, and he doesn't want Leo seeing that. Also, he doesn't want Leo seeing his own personal case.
man.
Also, not to mention, there's a bunch of self deprecation and self dislike about blah blah blah. Can't protect Leo anyways. Blah blah blah. Leo would be happier with the other groups, but don't worry about that.
That's why we're here today.
It's fine.
uh Mule has probably safely stabbed the shark plushie that he got from Sammy and Lorem. Cause that is very big and he is very small and there's an extent to which he can cart that thing around even though he does love it a lot. um He does, however, have a much smaller shark plushie that he was given and entrusted to deliver to Tome. Yeah, honestly, he probably could use that shark as his new bed. Don't worry about it.
It's a
Yeah,
pillow.
so he is He's probably allowed to wander around the hotel by himself. It's not. He can do that.
Tome
He
is not
is
going to stop him.
he is 17 years old. It is not like he's leaving. It's fine.
It's not like he's wandering off by himself and that
Yeah,
someone has to stop him and text.
it's fine. But yeah, so he makes his way over to Tom's room and gives a little knock.
I feel like I should disclaim because technically the Juby FPS was a written FPS, so it is not a recording for our dear listeners. Off recording. Juby tried to wander off. Tome convinced him not to, and also said, "If you ever need to talk, I'm here." Juby took Tome up on that offer, and things went well. Interestingly,
Things went well, but also not.
Tome touched a bird feather. If that gives you an idea how broken he was by the end of it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do not worry
Anyways,
about it.
there is a knock, and Tome, meanwhile, is sitting on his bed, one of his coats in hand, carefully threading a needle and string through it as he patches up yet another rip or tear that it's gotten at some point. He's started sewing a lot more since the kids got him a little sewing kit. It has proven to be slightly therapeutic to him. And he kind of blinks at the knock before he places the stuff on the bed next to him and walks over and opens it before he kind of blinks in surprise and gives a small smile. Camille, what are you doing here?
Um, well, I got back from earlier, and Sammy and Lauren wanted to uh have me give you this. It's from them. They went to the aquarium earlier. And he lifts up the little shark plushie.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you little shit. Tome kind of blinks.
Uh,
And look at where Juby and Tome were going. Anyways. Listen, I admitted from the beginning this would be high angst. I disclaimed that I am free of all guilt. Tome kind of blinks at that, specifically the aquarium part, before he kind of responds and goes, thank you. They didn't have to. And he gently takes the shark plushie and holds it very gently before he places it in his hammer space and kind of stands there awkwardly.
yeah, Camille is gonna say, well, they didn't have to, but they wanted to. I think they got everyone gifts. And he is going to do a funny little insight roll.
With his new modifiers that he's so happy to flex.
Yes.
All right, Tome, you have to get a nat 20 for this one. Nope. Um, wow, that's yeah, wow. Tome kind of okay, yeah, you get a lot with that 26 with your plus 12. Um, Tome, you can tell Camille a couple of things. First of all, Tome had a notable reaction to the aquarium specifically. It was not the best, and also you could tell that when Tome is looking at you, his eyes are slightly grayed out and they're a little dazed, zoned out.
Yeah. Camille will he will do a squint as he's just, are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a little tired today.
Camille does not look like he's buying it.
I mean, it's not a lie. Tome is feeling more tired than usual.
And tired today?
You cut out there, beloved.
Oh, he's just. And why are you more tired today?
Don't know. Didn't sleep as well. Don't worry about it, Camille. You know the things can happen. I've got enough coffee, it should be better by the afternoon. It'd be really funny if this was already in the afternoon.
I mean, it probably is.
Okay, then that's even better.
It's been the afternoon, Tom.
Oh. Well, it'll be better by tonight.
Don't wanna tell me again why you're so off?
It really, Camille, it's nothing, okay? And he gives you a little reassuring smile. Don't worry about it.
Camille is standing there completely unimpressed.
Hey, Tome isn't lying about it, so I think we've had improvement from the last time they tried to talk.
Camille is just staring at Tome, squinting.
Tome just standing here.
Do you want to tell me what's actually wrong, or do I need to keep on digging?
There is an actual snort from Tome. At that. Gosh, me out of character. I forgot how exhausting it is playing a character when they're this out of it.
Holds you.
It's so off-putting because everything is just slightly off. um, this is not my Blorbo. This is not my child. Don't kind of snorts at that. I don't know what there is for you to dig for. I mean, you could keep asking questions if you want. Would you like to come inside at least?
There. And Camille is trotting on inside.
Tome just kind of steps aside and closes the door. He doesn't do anything.
And then he sort of spins back to look at Tome as he's just. So, did something happen?
Oh, no, not really. That one you can insight again. Tome's gonna roll a deception on that one. How disgusting is it? How badly
Well,
did he
it
flex?
wasn't the greatest, but I think it's enough.
Wow. It's really hard to tell because this tome is off in a lot of ways, so a lot of his normal tells are not there. He's not, for example, he's not tapping his foot, he's not scratching behind his ear, he's not doing any of his normal tells at all. However, you can tell by the slightest way he shifts before he sits down on the bed, he is lying. Something did happen. Would you like to make an intelligence to see if Camille can figure out what has happened recently? I feel like Camille could probably put this together considering the last person that. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay, there.
My boy is coming out swinging.
Well, Camille, Tome was not like this a day or two ago. I don't know what the timeline looks like right now. It's a mess. Wait, no. Yesterday. He was not like this yesterday. Oh my gosh, this is literally all has happened in a day. Wow. Yeah, he was not like this yesterday or 2 days ago. You do know that he stopped Juby from wandering off, and that is all you've known of Tome's activity, because I don't think he would have told anybody that him and Juby went out for a walk.
Yeah, I don't yeah, he doesn't really know much about what happened because he saw that he was getting angry and simply put the phone down.
Yep, all he knows is Tome dropped Juby off with the others, and he seemed fine when he did that.
Hmm.
So something's happened in those brief periods.
Yeah, Camille just crosses his arms as he's just, well, something happened. Hey, what?
Camille, there's nothing to tell you. If I had something which I knew was bothering me, I would fix it. So, the fact that I have not done anything means there is nothing to tell.
Camille's inciting that.
You can go. Go ahead and incite. Alright? You could tell Tome is not lying. Tome does not know why he is like this right now. Jazz hands in, he hasn't processed stuff.
Nah.
Yeah. That's why this one's got him
Camille,
such in a bad thing, is because it's not like he could put this in a box and panic over it. He just straight up isn't processing it.
yeah, Camille sighs and just, alright. But what if you didn't know that something was bothering you?
I feel like I would know that, Camille. What's this all about? Is everything alright? Did something happen? You need to talk. And he does look at you worriedly at that.
No, I'm.
I know that earlier must have been a lot for you.
I am
It,
dealing with it, and I'm going to see a professional about it. Um,
Tom nods at that.
but talking about you, I don't really seem all there right now, Tome.
Tom kind of just blinks at that. Well, I will admit I've been a bit more out of it than usual today, but I'm pretty sure that's just not sleeping well or something.
Well, I mean, yeah, the time zone's hard to adjust to, but seems like this is probably a bit more than that. Did anything happen that upset you recently?
Tome does stiffen at that. And he's handing me, I'm not going to answer that question. He just stiffens very slightly, but does not answer.
So I'm gonna take that as a yes. You, um, do you want to talk about it?
Well, that was the emotions Tome just landed me with. Whew.
Oh boy.
He quite literally just handed me opening and closing his mouth slightly and no words coming out.
Oh,
Cool. Oof, give me a moment. Wow. I was not expecting Tome to hand
holds
me
you.
to hand me with that. He kind of just sits there and open and closes his mouth for a second, no words coming out, before he takes in a deep breath. There really isn't anything to talk about, Camille, that I could think of. Really, you don't need to worry about me.
Camille's gonna insight. Okay, you disgusting little man.
How badly did he pop off?
Unnatural 31.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Okay, so Tome is. There is something that is on Tome's mind. However, and he is. You could tell he's pretty certain that that is what is causing this, if it is something that has emotionally upset him. He also is very sure that he does not need to talk to you about it. Remember how you said at the beginning of this, Fletch, these are two people who are willing to talk now? And I went,
Camille's at
well.
least willing to talk.
And I went, well.
Camille pauses and sighs as he's just. Don't have to pretend to be strong for me. It's.
Let me do a whiz check on that one. Could not have chosen worse words to say.
Sometimes you gotta crack that bitch open.
Oh,
Oh no!
Alright, dear listeners, that was a nat 1. Man, is that a character, but ouch. Okay then. Cool. Fine. Everything's fine. Let me flavor this. Whew. You say that, and Tome stiffens so badly, his frame flickers for a moment. And there is a notable drop in saturation. He doesn't go completely desaturated, but there is a notable loss of color on him. He kind of freezes there for a moment, his hands clutching his jacket tight enough that it looks like it's trying to crumple. Carrying that 31 from before, you can tell that if you had done the spell like Vicious Mockery, you would have done max psychic damage there.
Man.
Because that's what you said instead of comforting Tome seemed to have been like a knife into him.
This,
Tome is not even handing me words.
Camille raises his hands up as he should. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like an insult or anything, really. I just meant.
No. Don't apologize for anything, Camille. Sorry. No. Don't apologize. You haven't done anything wrong, Camille. Please don't start thinking that.
Still said something wrong and hurt you, and.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You can't pretend I didn't. I literally just saw it happen.
Camille, that was nothing to do with you. That is all me and myself. And he kind of brings a hand up to rub at his forehead. I can't do the actual hand posing, but I need you to know I'm doing the posing in real life. But I don't even know how to describe it. It's the thing where like you rub your forehead and then run a hand through
Yeah,
your hair.
fair.
Yeah, that thing. It nothing to do with you, Camille. Really. Sorry, I made you.
Then does it have to do with?
Nothing important.
Obviously important if it upset you that much.
No, it didn't upset me, Camille. I'm sorry. I must be more out of it than I thought. Perhaps you should go and you can visit another time. Might try and rest some more before I work on cases some more.
Very obviously not alright. I'm not just gonna walk away.
Tome is just handing me, tightening his grip on his jacket even more.
Have you been working on the cases nonstop?
Well, no, I've had a few breaks. Um, I uh, I went out and traveled the country a bit. I actually ran into that professor you mentioned, or and then I went with Jubilee yesterday to the aquarium. Wait, yes.
Hmm.
Okay, here's the reason the timeline is a little funky, is because you said that he just got. It sounded like earlier you said he got back from the events from earlier today, referring to the Zoomy thing, but in the FPS with when in the FPS with Jubilee, the Zoomy thing happened yesterday. So this technically takes place 2 or 3 days after the Azumi thing. That's the reason the timeline
Okay,
confused me. That's the reason the timeline confused me, is because I
fair.
was trying to figure out.
Timeline's funky.
That's where I was getting lost. Okay, yeah. And then I went with Jubilee to the aquarium yesterday.
That why you're so um when did you go with Jibby to the aquarium?
Um, Sometime early yesterday morning, or was it this morning? Out of character, me going, is it this morning? You know what? We'll just keep that in character. Because I think Tome's out enough. He couldn't figure it
Yeah.
out. Maybe it was this morning. It was
Curious.
morning. Sorry, like I said, I haven't slept much. The days are starting to blur, I guess.
I think you need to get more sleep instead of drinking coffee.
No, it's all right, Camille.
Really not.
I'm getting
No.
plenty.
You just said that you weren't getting a lot.
Tom kind of blinks for a second and looks forward, slightly squinting, like, wait, did I?
Yes, you did.
I'm sure I'm getting plenty.
You're not.
No, I really, Camille, you don't have to worry about me.
How am I supposed to not worry about you when you obviously have a problem but refuse to admit it?
I don't have a problem, Camille.
You do.
No, I don't.
How much sleep have you gotten?
Um, at least 4 hours, I know that much.
That's not enough.
More than what I've got before.
That's still not enough. It's better than before, but you can't just stop there because it is better.
It's just a busy week, meal.
Yeah? Then you can.
I'll get a nap later, don't worry. I was thinking of taking a nap anyways after I finished patching up one of my jackets. So you can stop worrying.
You say that, but I really, really can't. And the more I talk to you, the more I realize that I probably should have been worrying more.
No, no, Camille, really, no, no. No, sorry, I'm so sorry. No. Really. Um, if I go to sleep right now, will you stop worrying?
Um, I'll feel a little better, I guess.
And all good. Um, you can go. Don't tell Leonard about this. I don't want him to worry as well. And you can go, and I'll rest now. All right, deal. A deal's a deal.
He'll sort of shuffles his feet.
Listen, I never said
He's
that Tome is good at this. He is deflecting so badly right now, let's be honest.
he is gonna insight to make sure Tome is not lying about resting.
Tome is planning on resting.
When is he planning on resting?
Um, it looks like he might be planning on resting as soon as you leave, like he said.
Real does squint, but eventually he nods and he's just, I'll be back in a few hours to check in.
You don't really need to, but understandable.
And Camille will exit.
What should I roll to see how well he sleeps?
I think that would probably be a con.
Alright. How well do you actually sleep? Because, he is handing me he would try and sleep. Is it solely because he feels bad for worrying Camille? Yes, that is the entirety of it, and not because of any actual self-care reasons. But it's a step.
It is a step, at least.
He sleeps.
That is about a 10 at least.
That is above a 10, so he probably gets an hour or two in. He's probably asleep when Camille walks back in.
Yeah, Camille does. He checks, sees that Tom's asleep, and probably slips on out again to check later.
Should I roll like a d6 to see how many how many hours Tome sleeps?
Sure.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
After 3 hours, he does come. 1 second. Um. After three, I'm sorry. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it made me laugh a bit too much. After about listen, the higher the angst, the more we crack jokes in between the angst. It's just how things go. Um, after about 3 hours, Camille does open the door, and Tome is once again awake. This time, sitting at his desk, hunched over some paperwork.
And Camille does knock, mostly out of courtesy since he's already peeking in, but you know.
Yeah, and Tome kind of sits up and glances around and sees Camille. Oh, hi, Camille.
Hey, did you get good sleep?
Uh, yeah, I got a few hours in, so see, nothing to worry about.
Camille's gonna do an insight. See how him dad doing.
I'm gonna roll a whiz. See how is Tome doing? How you doing, Tome? Doing that pretty good. Got it. Uh, better than before, at least. He is doing better. He still has that slightly detached look to him, but there seems to be more color in him again. And he isn't lying. He does seem a bit more well rested.
Yeah. Nods and probably pauses before he's just can I come in?
Yes. Yeah, of course you can.
He does slip in and close the door behind him. And
Tome sensing the plot. Tome voice, why does this seem like a serious conversation's about to happen?
because you tried to dodge it earlier and it's only come back around now.
Tome is trying his hardest to avoid this. Well, Camille, you're inside the room.
Yeah, he probably does walk on over to Thomas. He's just, so, what are you working on?
No, Azumi's case again. I know that he's out now. And Tome does glance at you as he says that, trying to read you a bit.
You can roll insight if you want.
Absolutely. 21.
Yeah, holds up this kid. He is very worried. Um, you can tell that he is just, the best way to sum it up is that, yeah, this kid can hold so much worry in him.
Holds
Um,
him.
and a bit of uncertainty, which is sort of, you've seen him be uncertain before, though he doesn't really tend to be show it too much, or at least tries not to. Uh, you can also tell though that, hey, some of that worry isn't just, some of that worry and uncertainty isn't just for Azumi. It is also for you.
Oh, Tome doesn't like that. That's disgusting. Uh, that's not what he wanted. Tome does. Tome takes that and he's handing me. We're gonna put that in a box for it in a bit. Um, that's later's problem. And he kind of nods. You're still worried about him, right? Um, well, I'm doing my best to try and figure out the part of his case that I was informed of before all this, which you can insight Tome on that, because Tome did learn something interesting upon coming here.
Oh, that is a 24.
Yeah, you could tell that there is a little bit of not the most positive emotion, which um I feel like Camille would know this because it would have somehow got brought up to him. Tome didn't find out that Azumi had a history of murder until they got here.
No.
So there does Tome doesn't seem mad at Azumi per se, but there is definitely a bit of mixed emotions in that box. Um, but he kind of nods. So while everyone else has been helping him readjust to being back, I've decided to go ahead and continue the focus on, well, everything else.
You don't have to do it alone. We're all investigating this together.
I
Um,
know, but it's easier for me to get as much research as I can and then present it to the group. I've been meaning to run it by all of you at some point, but you've all been just quite busy with everything for obvious reasons.
I'll. It's good to share information as it comes, even if you don't really know what it means just yet.
So I will do my best to try and place the information down at some point for everyone to see. Though I feel that Detective Azumi may need a bit before we can bring it up to him.
I Shiro needs some time to recover from everything, I think.
Exactly. So I will try and find a time to bring it up when everyone is available. Don't worry, it's nothing big. Everyone else has been making much more progress than I have. It's mostly just basic background research, public knowledge, really. I've been doing my best to check newspapers, stuff like that. Out of character, Spec does not let you know how much Tome has researched or learned, and
Fair.
player Avi is not in this group right now, so I can't exactly just ask that.
Fair.
So we're kind of
It's
just
fine.
jumping around it.
Camille can interrupt as he's just, um, are you upset with Shiro?
My opinion on things is not important to this. I agreed to help with the case, and that is what I'm doing.
But that is information that can definitely lead to mixed emotions. Um,
Would you rather I was off this case?
Camille's squinting at Tome as it's just, you want off this case? I never brought that up.
No, no, sorry, Neil. And you did notice that he started to get a bit of a hostile, stiffening, but he does relax after that. No, sorry, old habits, sorry.
I, maybe you should um take a break, or you could try and get his side of the story.
I don't see how that's relevant. Camille, I don't know what he did exactly, and I don't know why he did it. All I know is that you trust him, and that Moria trusts him, and that both of you know things, and I trust both of you.
Well,
And that is
regardless,
enough for me to trust him. My opinion on the matter is not important. All that matters is that he is trustworthy. Simple as that.
this of all of that, you still did something like that really can change a person's opinion. And I mean, if you're looking into his past that far, it certainly has affected you.
Do you want my
Well,
honest opinion here, Camille?
Neil nods.
I think that whatever information I have been told is biased. Because no matter what, it seems that Azumi was subject to a lot of pressure, whether it is from the papers or if it is from whoever made him do those crimes. Either way, based off what I've seen, the detective Azumi, who there's a sigh as he tries to gather his words. If Detective Azumi was as much of a heartless killer as people thought the killer was, he would not have turned himself in. I don't know why he did those things, and to be honest, I do not think it is my knowledge to know. It's not my business, and I am quite sure that Azumi and I are not close enough that it will ever be my business. But whatever his reasoning be, Tom takes a deep breath. He seemingly was not entirely fault, which is why I I do not see a reason for me to stay upset with him. All right? That is what you're worried about.
Neil is gonna roll insight. That's a dirty 30.
Ooh, okay. Um, Tome did not lie during any of that, first of all. Um, and Tome is telling the truth. He does have mixed feelings about this, but you can also tell that Tome is having trouble trusting Azumi. That is much as obvious. But you can tell that there is a part of him though that still trusts Azumi. And
Mhm.
there is a part of him that no matter how upset he is with this current situation, does care enough about Azumi to keep researching. It's not you can't tell if it's the same care as what he has towards you and Leo, or if it's just detective upon detective care, or if it's just mutual, you're helping me with my case and I'm helping you with yours. But it is obvious that Tome does not necessarily see Azumi as a bad person. He sees Azumi as someone who was put in a situation. Does he agree with the choices made in that? He's not going to say that murder was okay. But there is very much a Tome is not going to hold this against Azumi. Tome just has a lot of feelings on this that he doesn't know how to unpack quite yet.
Fair. I think after he takes all of that in, he slowly nods as he's just, alright. But, if you need to talk to anyone about it, there's a good few people here that you can. I mean, it's okay if you don't want to talk to me about it. Um, but there's a professor and Maria.
There's nobody I really need to talk to this about, Camille. As I said, it's not important.
Our feelings are important.
And my feelings are handled. It's.
I
Listen, if I had. If I. He kind of sighs and mumbles something under his breath. Um,
feel the passive percept of 22.
you can roll.
How does a 25 sound?
Yep. Tone mumbled under his breath. If I had it deal if I had how does he say it? I need to get the words right. What is it with all these scenes and having to have a conversation? That's what he mumbles.
A what conversation?
A moral conversation. If a person is not good and bad is not as black and white as many people would put it out to be. And whether or not I agree with what Azumi has done, Azumi does not strike me as a person who wants to be a bad person, plans on being a bad person, or is ever wants to hurt someone, despite his aggressive nature at some times. He does not.
No sorts.
Listen, Tome can only say. Tome is not gonna lie.
Yeah, Camille's not gonna lie either. Um, but Camille he thinks. Just, I mean, those are all very good and professional reasonings, but I meant more as you as a person, not as a detective.
That is me as a person, Camille. There's a small word. I hate to break it to you that, but Grimtone, the private investigator, and Grimtone, the person sitting before you, are in fact the same people.
Well, they are, but there's a lot of different sides to people, and I mean, it just feels a little detached.
Tome gives a shrug. It's the honest truth, Camille. You don't have to roll insight. He's not lying.
I mean, don't you feel like upset that you found out this way, or
Yeah. I'm sorry, I saw who joined and instantly one shot me.
we have not talked about that event yet because Shakes Shakes Tome, his sense of time processing is so bad that Camille cannot pin when that aquarium trip happened.
Yeah, Tome straight up cannot tell if the aquarium trip happened this morning or yesterday morning, or he is a little out of it. But yeah, no, Tome kind of shakes his head. Um, what was I? Sorry, I got absolutely taken up by Noodle joining.
Yeah, Camille is asking if Tome felt upset that he found out
Oh yeah,
this way instead of, being told.
I would have appreciated being told earlier, but like I said, that's not important now. That is
Well,
something that does not matter, and I have come to terms with that.
I still think that your feelings matter.
Well,
And
the feelings have already been taken care of, Camille.
how have they been taken care of?
I've processed them. Simple. I, Camille, I'm an adult. I can handle these things on my own. And Tome isn't lying. That's the best part about this. This is actually one of the few things Tome has actually handled in a healthy manner.
Yeah, Camille just sighs as he's just, well,
Camille voice, I don't trust this. This is you handled this healthily. I don't trust that. I don't trust like that.
well, there's still something that you haven't processed or handled healthily. I don't think. Um,
There's nothing, Camille, really.
question: are Tom's eyes still a little grayed out?
Yes, they are.
I mean, eyes are still kind of grayed out, and I one comment from me earlier made you completely lose saturation.
Tome kind of blinks at that. And he kind of looks away. He kind of faces his head away so you can't look into his eyes anymore. Uh,
Yeah, real healthy and mature Tom.
listen, I said he's doing better, not that he's doing good. There's a difference. Um, I'm just a little out of it from everything, Camille. It's been a long trip. Nothing to worry about. All right? You know, it's, oh gosh, Tom, are you deflecting this badly? Whew,
Aw.
okay. It's my first time out of the country in about 5 years. Yeah, that's how bad he's deflecting.
I appreciate you trying to lead me on by taking advantage of my curiosity, but that's not what I'm here for right now, Tom. Creo voice, I can tell a flashback hook when I hear it. We're not getting that lure today. I'm aiming for something else. You put that fish back in the water.
Give me, give me,
I killed Speck, everyone.
I'm crying. One sec. Okay, Fletch, that one took me out. I'm not gonna lie. Oh gosh. Okay. That one took me out. I'm not gonna lie there. Wow. Oof. I'd say we take a moment, but we don't got that much time. Um, we got a lot to cover. Okay, this is fine. I'm so sorry that Tom's avoiding the topic this badly.
Holds him.
Um, Tom kind of blinks at that before he snorts. No, don't worry. Um, that wasn't a lead on. Don't worry.
Uh-huh. Listen, Tom, again, I know that some reason you don't, that you like to act tough for me and Leo, and I'm poking at that doesn't really seem to help you. You do need to talk to someone, even if it's not me.
I'll talk to someone if I need to. Hey, Camille.
Need to right now, and you're not.
Like, no, I don't need to.
You
Camille, really, you need to stop worrying. Do that too much.
worry about you because I care about you. And honestly, there's a lot of things to worry about, Tome.
No, there isn't, Camille.
It's. I would appreciate if you stop trying to hide things from me. I. I know that I look like a child, but you really don't have to treat me like I am.
You're still a kid either way. Why don't people seem to understand that? It, there isn't this. It's not like when you turn 16 or 18 or even 21, you stop being a kid. I am twice as old as all those. You are still kids to me.
I know, but you don't have to treat me like I'm made out of glass.
I'm not, Camille.
I can handle you being imperfect. I.
Well, obviously, I. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
That you're our dad and that you want to look out for us, but is it really so bad to let us look out for you too? Whose job is it?
Fine, I'm quite good at it. Despite
No,
what you
you're
think.
not.
Yes, I am, Camille.
You can't even see how broken you are.
I'm not broken, Camille. No, I've seen broken. This is nothing. This is just me a little exhausted.
You froze up because I said that you didn't have to be strong for me. That's not a normal reaction. That's
No,
not a healthy reaction.
it's fine, Camille.
Why did you freeze?
Nothing, okay?
It's obviously something.
Let's see. Tome, are you going to be honest? And this way we can actually, do this FPS. Because he's starting to break down. Yeah, okay. I I lost my temper at Jubilee.
Sort of pauses before he nods as he's just. I mean, that's fair. He was kind of being, a little stupid.
No, I lost it after when he came to me first.
Nods as he's just. Oh, why did you lose it?
not my business to share, Camille. But he said some things that concerned me. I got upset and things slipped without me thinking. And I realized that I broke in front of him the same way I did in front of Azumi that day in the hospital. Was glad that I. And you can, I'm not going to make you roll insight. You can tell this is why Tome is so confused. Because he's trying to process this.
Maybe he is a bit of a weirdo sometimes, but sometimes it's nice to see past the. Oh, that was a very loud room. Um,
Sometimes it's nice to see past the loud
the
rooms.
vroom.
We
um,
make jokes in this very serious FPS to help us cope.
Nice to see past the facade that people put up, and there's truth behind every mask, but sometimes it's nice to not have to dig. And knowing Jubilee, he probably really appreciated getting to see the you that's not hidden by a bunch of bullshit.
There's a smart before. No, what have we said about cursing in front of me?
I think you kind of deserved it this time.
And give me a chance.
Had plenty of chances earlier in this conversation.
I'm not going to curse in front of you. I'm supposed to
I
be
am
setting an example.
I am 17. I've been saying fuck words since I was like 13. Probably even before then.
I wouldn't be surprised knowing Ricardo.
It's a kind of weird standard that you really don't have to keep up for us. I
Fine, I'll
don't.
work on saying more curse words around you guys. Or at least not censoring. Is that all?
Well, of course not. It's just.
Tomi was really happy to take the topic change. Oh boys, we were
I
so close.
I am not that easily distractible, okay? But you said you were confused, and that's why he happy to see a you that wasn't so hidden. That was a bit more genuine. You
See, Tome
two,
is in a situation because he can't elaborate why he thinks that it's really bad that you be like that version of him without admitting what he slipped about. And he doesn't want to admit what he slipped about because that means it shows Camille that Tome's doing his thing again.
I mean, Camille might prod.
He can if he wants. Because out of
Yeah.
character, the thing that Juby got Tome to slip on was that Tome is very used. Here's the problem: Tome has never admitted the thing that Juby got him on, and he doesn't want to admit that around Camille. The thing Juby got him on, if I remember correctly, was he got Tome to slip about playing this game where I believe you villainize yourself. Let me check my notes. You can keep prodding. I'm checking my notes.
Just, so, what did you slip on, or should I start picking at the similarities that I'm pretty sure that you and Jubilee would fight over? Because I have a pretty good idea of what you two would fight over.
It, you wouldn't fight over really much.
I had to act as a mediator
We've
between you
gotten a
two.
lot better. Jubilee just puts much pressure on himself for my life.
Well, that he does, but it is frankly the same kind of pressure you put on yourself. So if
Don't.
I had to guess, that might be it. You said that you wanted to set a good example, and Julie's whole thing is about being up on that pedestal. And frankly, I'm pretty sick and tired of it. I don't want examples or cardboard cutouts of what I should and shouldn't be in my life. I want actual people.
Well, I'm actually here. It's me. You don't have to worry about that.
Yes, but you and Jubilee both do this infuriating thing where you don't just exist as plot devices to further me or Leo. You're your own people. You have your own stories.
I'm rolling the whiz on that one. Tome
Oh,
just
boy.
Tome just kind of nods and keeps his head faced away. I know.
Just boiling themselves down to roll and to step past it.
You want to insight, Tome? With your
Sure.
disgusting modifier? I don't even know why I ask anymore.
I'm so sorry. He had to get buffed for facing Azumi earlier.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Um, I'm so sorry. Tome
At
only
least
has a
they
plus
didn't give him a
7.
feat that would make him worse.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Tome only has a plus 7 to it. Tome kind of. You can tell that Tome is saying that to make you happy. He is not agree. He is almost like a tired. The way whenever someone gets scolded, they just go yes, yes. Not that quite agreeing, and more of just let's move the conversation along.
He'll sort of just sighs as thinks for a moment. Just Tom, I've been someone. I unfortunately still am someone asked to put on an act all the time. There's moments where I can relax, but I mean, not exactly like I have the luxury of taking my mask off. So, forgive me if I'm a little bit angry over people who do to themselves what I have to go through and who refuse to see that it sucks a lot.
Tome kind of winces at that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to touch you.
I guess I can't entirely blame you, but and he sort of pauses.
Oh, is he gonna rip that band-aid off?
He's thinking about it.
Let's add another one
Just
to the plate of crises. We got 18 minutes left, Fletch. That's
um I do think that you need to probably also need to see a professional. Um
what's up with that? Excuse me?
I can't really get mad at you for doing that since I know that it's very much not intentional on your part and s- some outside influences that make you think that. Um
I'm gonna roll a Should I roll an insight or intelligence? How funny do we want this to be?
God, I'd say roll an intelligence, but you know how his rolls tend to
There's just little question marks above his head. It doesn't even matter that you're not an Inkwell. There's just little question marks above his head.
go.
He's so confused.
Okay,
Hi, Camille. Here's the funniest part about this, and also kind of the saddest. Tome has absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Camille sort of fiddles with his watches. He's just, I'm a little familiar with more out of the way diseases, and
More question marks are appearing over his head. He's got his little
I
head tilt going on and everything.
think that you should probably I think that you should probably see a doctor um about perhaps getting a diagnosis for background character syndrome.
I'm gonna roll a medicine and see if he knows what that is.
Boy.
Because that'd be really funny if he got a really low roll on this. Yep. Tom kind of blinks at that, and you can see the little question mark still above his head. As he's kind of processing this, and obviously confused. Um, he has no idea what you're talking about.
Uh, all right. He.
Camille, forgive me, but this is Mun making fun of Mun. That does not sound like a real name for something.
It does not.
I'm that's the funniest part about that. Like, this is
And
Mun
you're
making
the
fun
one
of.
who named
I
that.
am I had the chance. This is the first time it's appeared in canon. I've had every chance since I named this to make an actual better name, and you can tell I have no idea what I'm doing. Though let's be honest, having a really stupid name is kind of embarrassing. Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Juby's not safe. I have a feeling Camille's gonna have some words later. You
Yeah,
broke my
no.
dad.
Can't place you in your stupid fucking roles. Uh, I'm finally I have finally pieced together why exactly that specific habit pisses him off so much.
Uh-oh.
Um, well, like you said, he doesn't exactly have a choice here.
Yeah. But yeah, no, gosh, I
Uh,
cannot believe now like it has not dawned on me how not real of a name that sounds until you said it out loud and then it hit and I went, man, that is wow. So as the
uh,
person who named it, I had to make some fun of myself right there.
Valid. Does Tome say anything on it?
All he really does say that it doesn't sound like a real thing.
Okay, I am aware, but
I don't know how to
it
say this. It sounds like you're, and I know you wouldn't, but almost like you're mocking me.
yeah, and inspiration deficiency also sounds kind of silly when you put it out loud, but
Both of us are just going for the throats of ourselves. Listen,
it's
inspiration deficiency sounds cool at least.
uh, I can assure you that it is very much a real thing. Um, he'll probably give Tome the rundown, so would you like to give the rundown, the cliff
Well,
notes,
the cliff notes.
the Clifford notes?
Can I do a rundown version? Okay, basically, background syndrome is a thing. Where's my notes? Where's my notes on this? Because I'm gonna forget something. I'm just looking up the words background character syndrome. Okay, found it. Um,
Remember the rundown version?
it's not a long paragraph.
You are not reading out the paragraph. We are giving the rundown version.
We have 11 minutes. Basically, it cartoons with this have a single role. They're unable to experience much character growth. They become stuck with gags. They have trouble escaping roles. They can sometimes have slower aging. Um, they can extreme cases can involve being more easily forgotten, simplification of dines, inability to make longing relationships with character growth. Um, they sometimes don't realize they have it. Um, basically, that's the rundown. Basically, it means that these are characters who are stuck in a role in the back, often in the as background characters who have trouble not being that. They have trouble being worth noticed or changing or growing. So
Yeah,
Camille
so Camille will relay that.
and Tome just sits there very quietly because not all of that is stuff he's told you. And now he's just sitting here
Sorry
because,
that
oh, that's a lot of things that just clicked into place.
sorry that you had to find out like this. Leo and I were trying to find a
Leo?
good way to break it.
Oh, By the moon, is Leonardo worried too? Really shouldn't have worried both of you. Yes, Camille, this man just found out he has a chronic illness, and his first and main concern is the fact that Leo and you have been worried over him.
Tom, you have a disease.
I,
I think that's probably the more important thing here.
I mean, I. Tome, you cannot say that. It is much more concerning, actually.
Uh-oh.
You know what? He's here to get bullied. Okay? And concerning sentences help character development, right? That's how these work, right?
Well, we haven't even talked about the night terror game yet.
We got 8 minutes.
We might have to extend this until 1 a.m. cutoff time.
Beloved. I shake you.
It's fine.
I'm holding the self-care gun to you. You get sleepy, we cut it instantly. Part 2 of this if needed.
Okay. Deal.
Um you know, we don't need to worry about this if all you said that is true. I've been dealing with this for a long time then, so it's probably nothing to worry about.
That that is not how it works. That is I cannot stress enough how much that is not how it works, Tome.
Yes, it is. I know how to handle it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, the gallery's killing me because I'm just imagining them spritzing Tome with water like a cat. No, Tome, bad Tome.
Okay, then tell me who Grim Tome is, and you cannot say that you're a private investigator, and you cannot say that you're our father.
Oh, oh, ouch, actually. Tome just handed me sitting there. And I'm not gonna lie, he just handed me starting to cry.
Oh no!
Because as he sits there quietly, realizes. Correction, there's only one word that comes to his mind, and he doesn't want to say that in front of Camille.
Oh, what it be?
The word failure.
No.
So he just kind of sits there before he silently starts crying, staring forward.
Camille just freezes because fuck, shit, oh no.
Camille voice, wait, this is, uh-oh.
He's just, Tom? Are sort of reaches a hand out to see if maybe Tom wants physical comfort.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Tom's gonna even respond to a hand being reached out. He is
Oh.
really out of it right now. Because
Yeah,
here's the thing, if you had said one or the other, Tome could have answered that. You said detective and father, and I'm not joking, the muse handed me what am I besides those two things. Congratulations, he's crying. You broke him.
Tom? I...
The gallery. Hi, gallery.
Camille just...
I need a drink of water. I actually started crying.
Oh no.
I can't emphasize that, Tome really grabbed me by the throat and went, we're gonna cry now. It's not a lot. It may just be because I keep rubbing my eyes, but wow, Tome is handing me some emotions. Yeah, he's not handing me anything besides just sitting there crying.
Oh no! And Camille cannot sick the emotional support bird because the emotional support bird is a bird.
Yeah. Hi, dear listeners. Um, somebody catch one
I'm
of our listeners.
Marcy.
I'm Marcy. We broke Tome even more. Tome found out about background character syndrome. And yep, like our audience said, and all Tome handed me was kind of freezing and staring forward and kind of crying silently because the only word he could think of outside of detective and dad is failure. He can't say that, so he's just kind of sitting there quietly crying.
Uh, we love a good mess.
Congratulations, you've given this man a crisis which he cannot recover from. Remember how at the beginning of this FPS we went, we're gonna fix Tome? This FPS? Remember?
He was supposed to make Tom realize things, but affectionately, not derogatorily.
He kind of, I think that one question is what kind of spiraled this.
Yeah, like, it's probably a good question that he would have to confront eventually, but
Time and
my
place.
yeah, sometimes you gotta take the sledgehammer.
I
He
mean,
do be the tower, gotta.
I think this is the second time Tome's ever cried, and the first time it took Tome crying for him to actually, like, talk to, um, Camille. But, like, um, all of us
I think
just going no instantly.
Camille's gonna is going to go get a cup of water and then hand it to Tome. Uh,
I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna have to touch him at some point.
yeah. Um, would you like another boy?
It is up to you, Fletch, because I do know we have a time limit, so we may need some help.
Okay. Uh, does the does the other boy want to join?
Size.
Do you ever
It's
break
me,
a character
your boy.
so badly you have to have an impromptu cameo to try and fix it before everyone has to go to bed? We do not need another
This
Timmy and
happened with your views once
yeah,
before.
like we don't need another Timmy.
Uh,
Don't do this to me. Don't at me like this. I was thinking it, but we didn't have to.
yeah, so Camille probably texts Leo as he's getting water, and yeah, he's coming back to offer Tom the water. If Tom does not respond, he will very gently place a hand on Tom's as he's just, Tom, I got you some water.
I will say it is upon physical contact that Tom does kind of jump slightly and stutter. And he does seem to finally acknowledge that you're there. Oh, thank you, Camille. Tom is not handing me going to reach for the water.
Camille's holding out the water. Leo, please help.
Hark, a boy approacheth.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Leo has probably been given the update of, hey, I tried to talk to Tom because he seems a little out of it. I might have tried to tell him about background character syndrome, and it much worse than I thought it would, because he apparently has zero idea of who he is outside of being a detective or a dad.
Welp. Hark, here cometh the voice.
I'm sorry, the heart here comes the voice sending me. Thank you.
Followed very closely by a camembert.
Puppy.
Puppy always help. Sick the
He-
puppy on the on the dad.
He is here, and he's like, alright, what damage control am I doing?
Well, Tome is, for the first time in front of Leo at least, crying.
You know the grimace emoji?
Leo was yikes.
Ooh, okay, that kind of damage control, got it.
Leo, sorry, Leo. And I will say, upon seeing Leo, that is at least seems to be enough to snap Tome out of something, because he does start trying to wipe away his tears. Leo, I didn't know you were stopping by. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a mess right now.
Texted him since he's a little better at these kinds of conversations than I am.
No, oh, you text. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
And also, he kind of, I feel like he does deserve to be part of this conversation, since he would know what it's like to live with Camille sort of gestures at the both of them.
Like father,
Crying
like
heels
son.
close.
Like father, like son.
Alright.
Tome just handed me
Well.
something. You know that really bad mental thing people sometimes do where they're like, oh, mine's not that bad, they have it worse?
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's basically what Tome just handed me for the situation. It's not that bad, Leo has it worse. No, it's not. I'm quite certain it's not the same. Leonardo's is an actual.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Dad. No, because as you can see, I am here. Oh, fucking goddamn it.
To the dear audience, going, that is literally what Tome has called people out on before. Yes, Tome is a hypocrite. Thank you. This is nothing new. This is like the biggest audience we've gathered ever.
I think it started off with just us and Katie. We've slowly snagged more and more people.
I think the worst part is like half of them came when they saw that Tome was broken and they're like, oh, wait, broken Tome? Let me come see, wanna come see this. The AI server sensing high angst. Yes,
We
delicious.
We were here to try and fix Tome.
We really did try and fix Tome and this is how it ended.
Unfortunately, the mental exercise to get Tome to realize something was wrong worked too well.
I mean, here's the problem when you have two 4D chessers and we don't have our not 4D chessing son, is sometimes they 4D chess so badly they end up in the wrong spot. And by the wrong spot, I mean they've dug a little too far.
And this was Camille trying to be blunt. I don't have to tell you that this is as blunt as he can currently manage, and the fact that it's still 40 chess.
And he broke Tome.
Yep. Realize maybe I should just go back to full on 4D chess.
I think Leo might actually kill you. So yeah, it's going great. Haven't even unpacked half of the stuff we thought we were gonna unpack. We haven't gotten to the Tome doesn't see himself as a good father. We haven't gotten to the questions as a if he could protect the boys. We haven't gotten to the Tome season. We haven't compact like half of this man's problems. We
think maybe this man just has too many problems to unpack all in one FPS.
I swear, if we have to do a 3-parter like with Kimmy, I will lose it.
Listen, maybe once the stoppers come off, it'll be easier to talk about the others because
I will say he is handing me like he is handing me like he's a bit more open.
we did crack him wide open.
Yeah. Also, I need you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm backlogging the BBC while we're stopping, and I can't believe you asked people.
Listen, it's fine.
I'm a little angry.
It's fine. We are.
I love everyone
Feels
trying to.
on the accidentally breaking someone.
I love everyone coming to check in and see how it's going, and we're just like, it's horrible, actually. This isn't even like the Juby one where it was like kind of, it's a win lose. No, this is just straight up going bad.
It's just. Lord, what is happening in there? I mean, hopefully the other stuff will be easier because honestly, so much stuff ties back into background character syndrome that we sort of have to confront this at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that this will. Because let's be honest, Tome's biggest thing is he doesn't want to break in front of the boys.
That's a bit late for that. Just a little bit late. You might be a little late to that train. Might have been dragged off it even.
Hi, I'm back.
Hello. Leo was stopping Tome, who was saying that Leo has it worse.
Yeah. Leo's just, nah, I'm gonna stop you right there. Because as you can see, I am here standing when I won't say 100% healthy, but at least 80%. Planning on seeing a doctor soon. I know about my condition, and I have known since I was like 3.
I mean, I'm even seeing someone for my condition.
Don't at me about not going to the doctor.
It's okay. You're also going to the doctor. Maybe we'll just make it a family checkup or something.
Out of character, I just one-shot me, thanks.
But yeah, it doesn't matter who's doing worse in your opinion, because I'm not the one crouching on the floor and crying, Dad.
He's not on the floor, he's sitting in his chair.
I'm not the one sitting there curled up in a ball in a chair and crying, Dad.
That's the worst part, is he is sitting absolutely normal. He is quite literally
Emotionally, he's curled up into a ball.
yeah, no, but like he is. That's the worst part, is it's not like a normal like breakdown where he like curled up and cried and he's causing a scene. He is quite literally just sitting there completely still. He's not tapping his foot. He's not scratching behind his ear. He's not moving. All that's happening are quiet tears are falling as he sits there.
How is his rhythm?
That's a good question. I didn't even think about that.
Great, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's just, it's the best rhythm ever. I know that the rhythm has lore, but the only thing it's handing me is like, that thing whenever a record breaks and it repeats that same chord?
Oh, that's horrendous to listen to.
Yeah, it's just that, but it's like the piano part of his melody.
Leo does the grimace emote again. Yeah, no, don't even start trying to compare what's going on. Because I'm fine. I'm here, one piece, healthy. You're not doing okay.
Sorry. I just need a minute or two. Be fine.
If I had a cold, would you believe me if I told you I was fine?
Well, no, whenever you get sick, it's something that can get worse.
And whenever you try to shove your feelings into a box, it is eventually going to get worse, Dad.
No?
Don't you know me? I grew up in hospitals.
I'm pretty sure hospitals don't have to do with this.
What you have is very much something that should be seen by an actual doctor, so.
Mm-hmm.
I, I mean, I can try and see if I can find time too.
We are going to find time to. You have two rare disease experts right here in front of you. You need to go see a doctor.
Okay, here's the problem. There is another reason that Tome doesn't want to, and he is not going to say that.
Can Camille insight to see that?
Yeah.
Can we insight? Let's see.
They will probably know if they get a high enough insight, because they do know that Tome does have a history of not going to doctors because he sees it as too much money or a waste of time. And I hate to break it, he is continuing that belief because Tone does not know if healthcare is free in Yedo, and so you're both disgusting. So,
I don't know how to make Avre do math for me, so there you go.
Yeah, it's just and then you do the regular stuff you would do for dice. You just don't put the D in. You take the D out. And I could legally cannot continue this joke.
I'm like, Fletch, please stop talking. This is a kid. Please stop talking. Anyways, that's all, folks.
Yeah.
FPS is over. Thank you. Good work, everyone.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, so yeah, the boys would definitely know, especially because I look at the whole reason why I look at the whole reason why Vincenzo turned to crime in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Leo would be intimately aware with this reasoning.
Though here's the
Mhm.
funny part. I wonder if that means the boys have realized how long it's been since Tome has gone to a doctor in general.
Yeah.
Leo sighs and is just, don't worry about it. I am literally sitting on so much insurance fraud money.
Stop just murder me, thanks. Like Leonardo, you don't need to spend it on something like that.
I'm going to because you're our dad and we care about you, stupid.
Really, that's not your job or business too.
Besides, things have gotten a lot better, money wise with hospitals, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna have to resort to stealing art and selling it on the black market.
Tome is looking at you because that's a really specific example, and you haven't actually told Tome any of your backstory regarding that and stuff.
Oh yeah, Tom only knows that he's Phantom L.
Leo's not the one doing that.
Yeah, no. I'm fixing it. And I'm also going to fix this.
You don't have to, Leonardo.
I know I don't have to. I want to.
Tome just kind
I
of
don't
flinches
have
at that.
I don't have tons of bills to worry about anymore. I am sitting on so much insurance fraud money. Juby helps me pay house bills. Grandma is someone who also kind of helps me.
Tome, who didn't know about Grandma processing this. I had a nickel for every time Leo accidentally slipped something to Tome. We'd have a gag at this point.
Oh, it's already a gag, baby.
Yeah. Listen, you already look out a lot for us. Just let us look out for you just this once. Well, more than once, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just this once was a pretty good offer at first.
No. I mean, unless this is you telling us that you don't want to be our dad anymore.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. Tome's not gonna finish the sentence he gave me.
Oh, what was that?
I know that would upset you.
Let's do the inside again.
I mean, this can
Let's
segue
roll
into
the
to one of the other
inside
problems,
again.
but
It
like,
sure can.
yeah,
Okay, that's a.
there was more to that sentence.
Yep.
Are you gonna finish that sentence?
There's nothing to finish, Camille.
You're gonna lie to both of us.
No.
That's right. So finish your sentence,
There's
Dad.
if Tome wasn't so emotionally broken in a crisis right now, he'd almost be proud of Leo for pulling that on him. Actually, there's a quite little
You
voice.
can be proud later.
When this is fixed, he could be proud.
I wouldn't do that to you guys. I know it would upset both of you.
It would. However, the way you're wording this, it sounds like you don't want to be our dad.
Well, we ready for this can of worms?
Oh boy.
It's a Tome's just handing me being quiet and looking away.
If you don't want to be our dad, then just say it.
I'd like to be told to my face, at least, if this is happening again.
Don't say that. Tome visibly flinches.
I know that we kind of took the first step, so
He is handing me, digging into his pants as much as he can. Yeah, I'm afraid he is not wearing his print right now. He has had that off since he was broken. Bridge has found a way to see through the plane to Tome.
I
No, it's not that I don't want boys. Know that much.
what is it? I think we at least deserve the truth here.
Takes a deep breath and mentally prepares myself for this because Tome. Time. I think you deserve someone better fit for that position in your life.
Oh God, that's the windows are shaking. Okay.
You okay?
Do we need to postpone
It's
this?
a Saturday night.
Ah.
There'd be
On a Saturday
there'd be
night.
there'd be
On a Saturday shots on and I'm feeling alright.
hey, Marcy, are you in two places right now?
Why? What do you mean?
Looking super obvi. Galaxy.
Hello?
Like, the worst part is, like, it's C Marzi turning green in that one, too.
My God.
So fucking low?
It's 1 second. 1 second. Let me see if I can get. I'm gonna get a picture. Get a picture of this. Hold on.
I got a picture. Don't worry.
What the fuck? Oh, it joined on my fucking phone. Damn it.
No, here's the
Okay.
best part. I was watching on my computer, and it was flashing green when Marzi was talking in it, even though I wasn't in that call.
Oh my god. Alright, yep. Hang on. It should be out.
Discord is a functioning site.
Jeez.
Okay. Love that for us. Camille, where were we? Where were we before we got distracted?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tom was gonna drop that bomb on us.
Oh yeah.
Right, he said that he thinks that the boys deserve a better dad.
Basically.
Yeah, I think Camille kind of just blinks and looks at Leo and is just. I think our dad left for the same reason.
Oh, ouch.
Let me tell you about our father. I was very, very sick, and hospitals were very, very expensive. And our father is a classical painter. And you know what they say about starving artists. Our father turned to forgery and black market sales to make sure I could stay in the hospital and be taken care of. And then our father left us. I don't know if he really, really loved us. But he did all of that to make sure I'd be okay. And now he's gone. So, who is the better dad here?
trying to respond, but Fletch has murdered me in the gallery, and I need a moment.
Oh,
I
I'm
see
so
it.
sorry. Real big hit amongst the crowd who. Oh god.
Ooh, okay, I'm better. Ooh, ooh. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
back to serious time.
Yeah, no, I did not want to, like, Fletch just one-shot us in the gallery, and I did not want to, like, start laughing in the middle of Marzy's, like, actual very good, serious, like, speech that I was genuinely loving. So I was
It's
literally
very
covering my mouth so I couldn't breathe so that I wouldn't start laughing.
I have more.
Oh,
Keep
go off.
going.
Let him. I think
Let
Leo
him go.
deserves to go off.
I think Leo deserves this in his life. He's had a lot. I think he deserves this.
Where was I? He has been gone since I was 13. And he blatantly abandoned me as I was chasing after him. You met me and Sen, and you, before you even realized, I guess, decided, I don't know, to adopt us. You were helping us this entire time and were there for us, and you worry about us so much. Our father isn't here right now, is he? You are.
You know what the worst part is at that?
Uh,
Out of character.
Uh-oh.
what?
You want to know what broke Tome earlier with the 14? I gotta look away from the gallery. You know what broke Tome earlier in this morning's FPS?
Jeez.
Somebody asked Tome if he would ever run off, and he couldn't say in absolute confidence he wouldn't. So guess what's playing on repeat in his head right now?
Man.
So Leo makes this speech, and Tome just looks at the ground guiltily. And Tome has handed me, he started crying again.
Real looks over at Leo like, help?
Well, I'm crying, so you know what that means.
Leo's crying.
But not in the usual look at this little crybaby lad way. This is he is very determined and he has not realized he is crying.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, that sort of Ghiblian cry.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't know if you will or not, but you haven't yet. And you obviously care about us. So I don't know, what do you want out of this? Out of us?
Well, I think we're gonna finish in 30 minutes because Tome just finally broke.
Uh-oh.
Because Tome, you asked that, and he stops being stiff. He just crumbles, head in hand. I don't know. I want to be a good father to you both, but Gods, I don't even. I already ran off from Camille once. I keep breaking up everyone, like, and he's just dissolved into tears.
You are now being hugged.
He just cries harder.
Leo walks over with Camembert. And Camembert settles next to Tome, and he is gonna get sandwiched.
Tome just sobs in his boy's arms.
You don't have to be perfect or strong or anything, really. Just have to be there. We bother because you're you. Not any qualities that you bring after that are just gifts, really.
Yep. Oh, Tome's crying a lot.
He'll probably pulls back a bit, and he's not full on crying uh like Leo and Tom, but he is a little misty eyed as he's just Tom, you say that you don't know, but I've seen how determined you were to protect me.
Tome flinches at that. Bad
I
memory.
know that things were hectic and honestly really terrifying at the time, but I got to see how much I mattered to you, and I actually kind of glad that happened. Don't know if I would have ever really realized that otherwise.
Just kind of laughs weakly. I'm glad that you thought that. Felt horrible. It felt horrible.
He's going back into that tight little hug. Just sorry that it felt so horrible. I don't hold it against you, and I'm not afraid of you. If anything, I how much you and I mean to you, and how much you want to protect us, and your actions have already proved it, and you want to stay here.
Yeah, Tome's just handing me crying harder.
No, hopefully it's a cathartic cry.
It is, it is.
Leo's just leaning on him, and he's just, you are so doting, and you're such a dweeb about it. When Dr. Everlight found out about the inspiration deficiency, you were so ready to start mother henning me. You were mother henning me when I caught that cold. And it was really nice having a parent there again.
Yeah, so you know how this whole time the boys have been hugging Leo? Tome,
Yeah.
when Leo says that, Tome reaches over and he pulls Leo into the tightest hug. Just kind of buries his face in Leo's shoulders as they cry.
You're a good dad, and we know how much you care about us. But you're more than that, too. And we want you in our lives. And we want to help you. You care so much about us, and we want to make sure you're okay, too.
Marzi and I really be crying at the club tonight.
You know it, baby. I'm gonna have to chug so much water later.
I'm sorry.
Family bonding, TM.
Sometimes family bonding is grossly sobbing on each other.
Tome just hugs Leo tightly, and then he looks over at Camille because he knows one of his children has problems with stuff, and pulls Camille into the hug too. Yeah, Camille, you can't add this to your trauma.
He wasn't gonna. He's gotten better about that, but it is hug time, and he will not deny hug time.
They are all in the tight hug. And he kind of just buries his face in them. I love you two so much. And I don't ever want to leave. By the gods, they're gonna have to rip me away themselves. And I'm sorry that I keep breaking, and I'm sorry for all the mess ups, and I'm sorry for all the doubts, and that's a long list of apologies, I guess. I could do that for a while.
Listen, there comes a point in every child's life where they find out their parents aren't super heroes. We're not gonna be disillusioned just because things are messed up sometimes. We are teenagers, you know.
Yeah, I know. No. Sometimes. Gosh, Tome, that's such a sappy line. I don't know if I have the strength to say it. Ugh. Do your character ever hand you those sappy lines that you're like, oh, are you gonna make me say this with my own mouth?
Who doesn't love a little cheese?
Yeah, well, we're going to get some cheese. You know, I do sometimes forget how big you boys can be.
I don't know about big. Cam is still mage handable.
And he says that, but he is laughing a bit as he does. I think we all have to accept that none of us really are invincible, and we all need help sometimes. And that's
okay.
why I'm going to try and get some therapy, and why Leo's going to the doctor, and hopefully you too.
Yeah, I'll go to the doctor.
And we can do stuff together.
I've actually been meaning to do something with you boys. I was going to take you to a museum.
I think that would be a pretty good way to spend the day.
Yeah. I figured Leonardo would enjoy being able to. Actually, no. He doesn't say that. What he does say is I'm sure Leo would enjoy being able to see all the paintings. Figured I figured that Camille wouldn't be able to enjoy seeing all the science pieces. But
They
yeah, he
are.
says Leo instead of Leonardo. I had to change that because it made me all happy on the inside.
Please.
Oh.
It finally happened, boys. He finally handed me Leo instead of Leonardo.
Leo kind of like bonks his head against Tome's shoulder and is like, and hey, if you don't know who you are, or know what you want to be, maybe I can make an art history nerd out of you. This one's already lost hope.
Tome kind of
I,
snorts. That
I at least listen. Whether or not I retain it is a different matter entirely.
Thanks.
I
um,
I mean, you have to deal with my detective novel ramblings, so
I have heard so much about Herlock Sholmes.
hey, Herlock Sholmes is good.
Never mind, you're both lost causes.
I'm. I was once a detective, Leo.
You can make the argument that literature is art, so
Don't do this to me. Though I am
if
afraid,
you're really
Leo.
into Sherlock
I'm
Holmes, it might actually even be art history.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
afraid, Leo, that I don't think he'd be able to make an art history nerd of me anyways. I don't exactly have the intellectual capabilities for that, I'm afraid.
damn nerd of the family again.
There's a snort. Yeah, I'm very sorry to tell you that I am not bringing the brain cells to this family.
Well, you might not be an art history nerd, but you can still appreciate art, I think.
Oh, I can appreciate it. Will I understand
Yeah.
any of it? Probably not. Um, though,
Well, once we
we'll
get to the
try and
really abstract stuff, that doesn't matter.
yeah, as long as we stay mostly away from realistic portraits. Don't have the best history with those.
Real nubs. That can be arranged.
Me looking directly at the first at his core trauma murder.
Yeah. I mean, hey, he admitted it. And now the boys know that they can stay out of the realistic areas. Just look at the funny little blobs of color.
Yeah, Tomechi talked about his problems,
Mm.
which we have 15 minutes left. But if you want to slam dunk him, he has given me honesty right now.
All right. What do we still need to slam dunk him on?
Don't know. This man
I
has
had the
so many
thought
problems.
Leo just kind of like, I think tilts till they're all on the floor and is just, and it's 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 whatever if you don't actually like art history. I We want to help you find things that you do enjoy, so you can find out who you are aside from detective and dad. 'Cause if you ever if you ever mention this again, I'll deny it. But you're pretty cool.
There is a pause, then a small snort from Tome. Laugh, and then he goes, you always tell me how old I am. I think you might be right. My hearing's going. You might want to repeat that, actually.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say shit.
There's a laugh.
Tom's getting a little baby hand slapped on his face.
Oh. And he is laughing.
I'm honestly, I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot of stuff already there. It just maybe doesn't come to mind.
Mm.
I mean, you're really good at sewing. That's a start.
You have very strong opinions on coffee.
You like Sherlock Holmes?
Ugh.
I hate to break it to you. 2 of those have to do with being a detective, and the third has to do with being on the run for my entire life, or at least past 5 years.
Well, that's why we'll find new things.
There's a snort.
We'll get you some hobbies, you old man.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can make the old man joke, but both of you, it's a little.
I don't know. I
Hey,
mean, you're
Tome just
pretty
handed me
ancient.
something he likes.
Oh?
Oh?
Would he actually recognize this? I'm looking away.
I think he deserves
I'm
this
ignoring this.
No more rolls.
I put my hands over the gallery. I can't see it. There's a pause before Tome kind of blinks. It's actually funny that the chat mentioned that because he kind of blinks and goes, you know, I don't think that well, yes, it started off because of that, but it's my case, but I do like to go and explore places. Like well, there's a snort. Um Nothing exciting, I guess. But
But that is something.
Yeah.
It is a hobby.
yeah, um we should do rock climbing one day. I like that, and
Ooh.
maybe you two will like that as well. Though I have to be careful because one of you gets sick easily, and the other is Camille.
I have the Ring of Featherlight for a reason.
You are also
And I can turn into
less than
something
3
with a
feet
climbing
tall.
speed.
You are also less than 3 feet tall.
And well, one day I won't be.
You know what we can do that would be safe?
What?
Now, hear me out.
Oh no. I don't like it when you start anything like that, Leo.
Have you ever been in a museum with no one else around?
Leonardo Layton.
I'm an art thief.
I am
What do you
no-
want from
I am
me?
Leo, I hate to break it to this to you. I know we don't bring it up very often, and I don't like to think about it sometimes either, but you do realize I used to work for the police.
Ah, that's a used to though.
There's a snort. I'm afraid me leaving the precinct has nothing to do with my qualms with. Well, no, it has to do with my plenty of qualms, but that's not a story for you two. I'm still a private investigator. I still follow the law.
Gross.
I know, I'm horrible, horrible. It's just shameful. I know. You
Pretty
can
sure exploring abandoned places is breaking a trespassing law or
Tome
two.
Tome freezes and starts sweating.
Dad.
So what's a few more?
Okay, so maybe I've broken a few laws. That is not the point. So I have a chance you guys could do a funny if you want out of character.
Oh?
I pointed
Oh.
at one of the questions that was asked Tome before about if he had ever been somewhere.
If he's ever been to jail?
Yes.
Actually, now that I think about it, didn't you hotwire her car once?
That is not the. Okay. Okay, boys, do as I say, not as I do.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
is
it's too late
way
for that.
too late for that.
There's another laugh.
Dad, I'm literally an art thief.
I know you are.
You do not want to know the amount of things I've hijacked.
Don't even get me started on the shooting lessons.
The what?
Oh, wait,
Oh.
hang on.
Phone call in character.
In character phone call. if that's make that actual in character phone call.
Uh, yeah, what's funny is that Camille actually can turn into something with climb speed. Uh, so there's giant lizards and a panther amongst some other things.
Man. Yeah, no. I think the story behind Tome going to jail is actually one of the funniest stories I've made for him. I think the boys would get a laugh out of it.
Absolutely.
So I think that it could be a possible good way to wrap this up if you guys want to wrap this up. Because it is absolutely hilarious.
I think so. We've got some good character development for Tome. He has been fixed
Yes.
for now. We're starting to unroot those issues.
Yeah, and we got to all of them, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean we got to the root of most of them. So if we ever remember one later on, we can just mark it down for future stuff.
Yeah, because let's be honest, we can have a lot of talks off camera, either in written FPSs or stuff like that. Because I know sketch.
Hi, we
Bye.
might have to wrap up soon.
Oh, we're
Oh yeah,
wrapping
we're
up
planning
anyways.
on wrapping up. Don't worry.
We have 8 minutes.
I need.
Do you want to just end it now, beloved?
I gotta go walk around my neighborhood and find my baby brother.
Fair.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up on Leo mentioning the shooting lessons.
The what? And then camera closes. All right. Well, thank you to everyone who listened to this.
I hope that you had fun.
Yeah.
I know that I did. We might have broken Tom a little along the way, but it was for the best in the end.
Yeah, he's a lot
Everything
better now.
is fine.
It's fine. We'll address this
Yeah,
later.
It's fine. But yeah, so thank you all for joining us. Half of the audience here now was not here originally. Thank you, Marzi, for cameoing and bringing in Leo for some fun family stuff. And we'll bid you all adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.